With the new generation of Xbox comes the next generation and evolution for Master Chief and the Halo saga. With a series spanning 20 years at this point, it is exciting to see the steps Halo Infinite takes to modernize the series while also staying true to its roots at the same time. With the switch to a more open world setting, making everything from the iconic weapons and vehicles to overall movement of Master Chief transition easily to this new style of gameplay surely was no easy task. Thankfully, the team at 343 was able to take all of these new concepts and put everything together to make one of the best Halo campaigns I've played in years. There is a lot to do in this massive Halo sandbox. Missions are abundant and don't ever feel too repetitive. Unlockables and collectibles are scattered abundantly across the map and never feel too difficult to find. The map also feels alive, which to some has been a complaint in the past about open world games, but Halo for the most part gets it right. There are some areas of the map that are barren, but I suspect that these areas were more significant during development and were cut later on, or 343 has plans to add stuff to them later on down the line. Either way, I do wish that those select areas did have a bit more to do in them other than just a high value target to go after. One of the key components of the Zeta Halo's open world are the FOBs, or forward operating bases. Capturing these will give Chief access to a variety of weapons and vehicles that get unlocked as you progress through the story. By completing missions, rescuing Marines, and destroying propaganda towers, you get Valor points that unlock new features at the FOBs, eventually unlocking higher powered versions of UNSC weapons with added features. Unlocking the Covenant and Banished upgraded weapons is much more fun. These are handled through the high value targets scattered across the map. Each one carries a specific upgraded weapon, and by killing them, you can then use that particular weapon. It is interesting to learn the lore behind these specific Covenant high value targets and why they are a threat to the Zeta Halo. I will say that hearing about the deadliest grunt in the galaxy did make me laugh out loud. I then proceeded to die several times trying to take him down though. Exploring the Zeta Halo ring is fun and all, but we're all here for the story.
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi? Hi. And show Daddy how big you are. Can you say so big? Good. And can you sing?
Mary had a
Good singing. How about I miss you?
I miss you.
And I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
Good. And can you say I can't wait to see you again?
I can't wait to see you again.
Okay, now say bye-bye.
Bye.
And I'm happy to say that if you were someone like me that was disappointed with the narrative of Halo 5, you were in for a treat. Halo Infinite's campaign balances a nice tightrope of catering to the older fans and giving them the story they wanted while also keeping things simple on the surface for new players to the series. To my friends, I've recommended going back and playing at least Halo 1 through 4 and maybe just watching a recap of 5 because damn, that game's story is so bad. The story of Halo Infinite picks up shortly after the ending of Halo 5. However, instead of just throwing you out into the open world, the story starts in some closed-off environments to get you acquainted with the movement, guns, and abilities of the game. Most importantly, the Master Chief's new best friend. No, not you, Echo 216. I'm talking about the grapple shot. The grapple shot is by far the best addition made to Halo Infinite. The ability to Spider-Man your way through the Zeta Halo ring is by far my favorite method of travel in this open world. Sure, the vehicles will get you places faster, but trying to mess with the physics of Halo Infinite to swing from tree to tree like George of the Jungle has given me plenty of dumb fun when I'm not playing missions related to the story. I imagine in the coming weeks and months, speedrunners are going to have a field day breaking this game apart to see all the crazy stuff you can do with the grapple shot. Unlike Halo Infinite's multiplayer, Master Chief is able to use most of the new equipment at the same time, or at least alternate between them relatively easily. All of the new equipment, the grapple shot, drop wall, threat sensor, and thruster are swapped using the D-pad, similar to switching grenade types. I like that they were able to boost Master Chief's arsenal, but I just wish that the grapple shot wasn't included with the rest of the items. The grapple shot to me was an item that I used the most out of the equipment, so when I decided to switch to something else like the threat sensor, I would always fumble the controls trying to switch back and forth as needed. It is a small gripe, I know, but I just wish that there had been a dedicated button for the grapple shot. The rest of the equipment feels great to use, and I love that everything can be upgraded. Using the new Spartan cores, you can slot points to upgrade your equipment and shields. I would advise anyone playing on Heroic or Legendary to max out your shields first. Even in the later parts of the story, the enemies can melt through your shields even with them maxed out.
Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
As much as I would love to jump into some parts of the story, I really want you to experience it on your own. Halo fans have waited so long to sink our teeth into another story in the Halo series, and I don't want to accidentally rob you of anything you might find important. The story of this game is fantastic and much longer than other Halo games, clocking in at around 25 hours on heroic difficulty. The interactions between Master Chief, the weapon, and Echo 216 are great. The three of them play off of each other really well. After all the years of Chief fighting and trying to save the galaxy, you get to see how this has all affected him. And once you roll credits, you are going to have a greater understanding to where the series is going to go and how the stakes are going to be even higher going into Master Chief's next adventure. For more information on Halo Infinite, check out my Halo Infinite multiplayer review that is out now. And for anything else in the world of gaming, subscribe to our channel where we post weekly news discussions and other great content.